Okay. Our proposition is that therapeutic cloning on humans should be legal in the U.S. Therapeutic cloning, according to Deborah White, a freelance journalist specializing in liberal politics and progressive issues and perspectives, is a method to produce stem cell lines that were genetic matches for adults and children. Basically, an egg is obtained from a human donor, the DNA is removed from the egg, skin cells are taken from the patient, the DNA is removed from the skin cell nucleus is implanted in the egg, the reconstructed egg is stimulated with chemicals or electric current, then in 3 to 5 days, the embryonic stem cells are removed. According to the American Federation for Aging Research, the technical term for this procedure is somatic cell nuclear transfer. The egg with the introduced DNA would act like it has just been fertilized and begin to divide, forming an embryo. Stem cells from that embryo would be removed and cultured to provide the needed healthy tissue. Therapeutic cloning should not be mixed up with reproductive cloning. The solvency of making therapeutic cloning on humans legal is that it will help a lot of people. The significance is that the donor lists are way too long, and the inherency of why it should be made legal is due to ethics as well as other drawbacks. My first point, the significance is that hospital organs donor lists are too long with people waiting for them. According to Health First, the need for donated organs and tissues continues to outpace the supply. Health First also states that approximately 82,000 Americans are waiting to receive life-saving organ transplants. A new name is added to the national waiting list every 16 minutes. Unfortunately, 13 people die each day waiting for an organ. According to B.A. Robinson from the Ontario Consultants on Religious Tolerance, this procedure would have a number of advantages when compared to regular organ transplant donated by a second person. 1, there would be no danger of rejection because the organ's DNA would match the patient's DNA exactly. 2, the patient would not have to wait until an unrelated donor dies to obtain a transplant. A new organ could grow for them as needed. And 3, for transplants involving kidneys, another individual would not have to experience pain, inconvenience, and potentially shortened lifespan in order to donate the organ. All of these advantages show how much the cost would be reduced if human cloning technology was legal. My second point is the solvency is that therapeutic cloning should be legal because we believe it will help a lot of people because of the many benefits. According to a website with research done by various companies such as Advanced Cell Technologies, Genetic Savings and Clones Therapeutics, there are several benefits of cloning. Rejuvenation is one. Dr. Richard Seed, one of the leading proponents of human cloning technology, suggests that it is someday possible to reverse the aging process because of what we learned from cloning. Cloning could be used to reverse heart attacks. Embryonic stem cells can also be grown to produce organs or tissues to repair or replace damaged ones. Infertility is another. Infertile couples could have children with cloning. One estimate is that current infertility treatments are less than 10% successful. Couples are known to go through painful procedures, and some don't even have the money for it. Human cloning can make it possible more than ever before. Plastic reconstructive and cosmetic surgery can also be done. Due to human cloning, the days of silicone breast implants and other cosmetic procedures that cause immune diseases will be over. Instead of using foreign materials for these procedures done today, doctors can manufacture bone fat, connective tissue, or cartilage that matches the patient's tissues exactly. Defective genes can be helped with cloning by making it possible to ensure that no one suffers because of defective genes. Liver failure can be cured by being able to clone livers for liver transplants, as well as kidney transplants. The same goes for cancer and leukemia. These life-threatening diseases can be cured by finding out the differentiation of what's going on or not, and by cloning bone marrow to cure leukemia. The website states that the list of benefits is barely scratched off the surface of what human cloning technology can do for mankind. This new technology holds a new era of unparalleled advancement in medicine if people will release their fears and let the benefits begin. Why should people be dying if this technology can cure whatever they may have? My third point is that the reason it hasn't happened is due to ethics as well as other drawbacks. According to Depopriya Boys from Buzzle.com, there are a few drawbacks to human cloning, which include low success rate, disorders in offspring, and expensive procedures. Cloning technology is still young. More than 90% of efforts to produce a viable offspring in animals have failed. Cloned animals tend to have weak immune systems due to which they are prone to infection. Cloning Dolly the sheep involved 277 eggs, only 30 started to divide, and 9 induced pregnancy. All of these made people doubt that human cloning would actually work. Human cloning also raises an ethical concern. According to Buzz.com, the question of is human cloning wrong is up in the air with questions including, should we play God and decide whether and how human babies will be born? 2, human clones may now be created for a medical reason, but with this technology, human clones may be created for other reasons. For example, just to create a young copy of an older individual, which clearly is an insult to humanity on the whole. As well as the wonders of what the social challenges are and how many regard its cause of excretion of the embryo. As you can see, it is mostly due to ethics, but this policy has not changed. Therapeutic cloning should be made legal due to the benefits of it. As stated in Life Extension magazine, this technology is supported by most scientists and organizations, such as the National Academy of Sciences, as well as by a majority of the public, because of its potential for developing breakthrough treatments for today's incurable diseases. Our plan of action should be to take another step in life by broadening our horizons and making this technology possible for therapeutic purposes. Doctors are always trying to find ways to cure people, and research is always being done, but we believe we should just use therapeutic cloning to get rid of the diseases altogether. The world would be a much better place. Life Extension magazine also states that several of these steps have already been achieved in mice. Although these embryos stop dividing at the 6-cell stage, the fact that they divided at all indicates the company is moving towards the creation of larger embryos containing stem cells. Saul Kent, director of the Life Extension Foundation, states that the development of transplantable cells, tissues, and organs is our brightest hope for the treatment of the incurable diseases. It is also our best bet for the reversal of aging, either through the transplantation of young, healthy cells into aging bodies, or as a new vehicle for anti-aging gene therapy. He says that there is no comparison between the alleged rights of microscopic balls of cells grown from patients who need treatment and the rights of this patient. We're talking about the real possibility of ending suffering and saving the lives of millions, perhaps billions, of living, breathing people just like you and me. We're talking about young cells, tissues, and organs that maybe are able to reverse the pathologies of disease and aging. We're talking about the new therapies that could extend the healthy human lifespan for decades, for centuries. This is why banning and criminalizing therapeutic cloning would be a crime against humanity. Everyone who loves life should consider this bill to be passed. Society needs to step it up and consider the benefits that this technology would give. If there is a will, there's a way.